So, welcome everyone to our annual general meeting. Thanks for joining. Hopefully, this is the last COVID AGM, and next time we will be in person again. But we have a packed agenda, so let's jump right into it. So, I will first give you an overview of the current performance, then Lydia and I will talk about Pfizer's unique way to success and what crucial role innovation plays there. And then, last but not least, we will also look at our forecast. 2021 has been a really difficult year for many people. COVID hasn't been easy, but we are really proud to say that we helped many people get healthier. We delivered over 3 billion COVID-19 vaccine doses, and we saved an estimated 20 million lives in 2021. And those are the important numbers, not the revenue, not the profit. This is important for us. But of course, it's also nice to see that during the time we were able to create shareholder value for you. So we increased our revenue by 95% and we increased our profits by 140% to a record of $22 billion. Our unique company culture played a huge role in having the successful year in 2021. And our mission is simple: breakthrough that changes patients' life. And with that, we recognize our responsibility in addressing global health challenges. Therefore, our main goal during this time was to develop a COVID vaccine as fast as possible. Because of that, we measured the success by patients' impact, and patients' impact only, not return on investment. This was important for us. And because of that, we did not cut costs, but instead we invested in costly and high-risk projects and strategies like mRNA technology to bring our vaccine as quickly as possible to the patients and to the market. By staying true to our mission, we managed to have a global impact during those difficult times. Last but not least, let's look at our forecast. We expect COVID to unfortunately still play a big role in 2022, but because of that, our revenue will also grow to approximately $100 billion US. We hope that COVID will decline after that, and especially post 2024, which will then also have an impact on our revenues because of the reduced sales of COVID-19 related products. To make sure that we still have sustainable growth, but also that we continue to support the life of our patients, we want to reinvest our high profits into R&D, increase our M&A investments to fill the pipeline, and invest into key growth areas to stay ahead of competition. So let me hand over now to our CDTO Lydia to talk about our successful partnership with BioNTech.
Yeah, thank you. So yes, our collaboration with BioNTech was instrumental in the rapid development and distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine. In fact, BioNTech brought in its pioneering expertise in mRNA-based vaccines. On the other hand, we brought in our extensive expertise in navigating complex clinical and regulatory processes, our strong connections with federal agencies, and our large-scale manufacturing capabilities. We were building on a history of successful collaborations in mRNA flu vaccine development, so we began sharing investments and confidential data early on, even before having a formal contract in place. Then, to accelerate the development of the vaccine, we implemented several key strategies. We first tested multiple vaccines candidates in parallel to minimize time lost on unsuccessful trials. We also secured approval to overlap certain clinical trial phases. We then declined governmental funding to avoid bureaucratic delays, and we initiated vaccine manufacturing even before having the final approval to ensure immediate distribution. And then digitalization also played a critical role in enabling one of the fastest development of vaccine in history, while maintaining the high standards of safety and quality. So from the beginning, we knew that to accelerate our work, we also needed to leverage AI, cloud computing, and real-time data analysis to streamline our processes. So our digitalization strategy, first of all, transformed the way we innovated, allowing us to make better decisions more efficiently. So we used AI and data analytics to help us analyze clinical trial results in real time and to optimize vaccine candidates faster. We also used predictive analytics in manufacturing to anticipate potential bottlenecks and make the production smoother and more efficient. Furthermore, developing a vaccine at this scale required seamless coordination across many teams, and this is where digital tools became game changers. So we used cloud-based systems to help teams instant access to critical trial data and help them remove bottlenecks in decision making, which allowed real-time collaboration between multifunctional teams and to help us address challenges immediately. And so looking back, digitalization wasn't just a supporting factor, it was really a driving force behind our vaccine success. Yeah, and in fact, Pfizer has always been at the forefront of innovation. For instance, we initiated penicillin production in 1940, which effectively saved millions of lives during World War II.
Now that we've seen the forecast, let's look at where Pfizer is today. Did it exceed the forecast or did it fall behind? For that, let's look at the share price development first. Pfizer stock has experienced notable fluctuations in recent years. The all-time high closing price was $53.46 on December 16, 2021. Since then, the stock has seen a steep decline with a closing price of $25.87 on February 4, 2025. This decrease is attributed to factors such as reduced demand for COVID-19 products and increased competition. In response, Pfizer has implemented cost-cutting measures and strategic acquisitions to revitalize growth. Historically, Pfizer followed a dual strategy balancing internal R&D with mergers and acquisitions. The company consistently invested heavily in R&D, building a strong track record of innovation and drug development. However, in recent years, we've seen a shift. While R&D investment remains steady at around 10 billion annually, M&A spending has increased significantly, over 80 billion in the past 5 years. This includes major acquisitions such as Seagen for 43 billion, Biohaven for 11.6 billion. But why did Pfizer pivot towards M&A? There are a few key reasons. First, they needed to offset revenue declines from COVID-19 products. Second, internal R&D is time-consuming, costly, and carries significant risks. Third, patent expirations of blockbuster drugs such as Xeljanz in 2025 and Eliquis in 2026 mean increased competition and potential revenue losses. Finally, M&A provides immediate revenue, can be more cost-efficient, and helps close pipeline gaps to maintain competitive edge. However, this shift hasn't been without challenges. While M&A can drive growth, investor sentiment has been mixed due to concerns about ROI and strategic discipline. Activist investors have called for a more balanced approach. To address this, Pfizer should continue cost-cutting measures, targeting 4 billion in savings by 2024, and recalibrate its R&D and M&A strategy to ensure long-term sustainability.
After covering Pfizer's recent stock price changes and the difficulties with its M&A approach, let me now turn to the emphasis as to why Pfizer stays as the leader in the pharmaceutical sector in front of these obstacles. By combining innovation, uniqueness, and worldwide effect, Pfizer has regularly shown industry leadership. From penicillin to the mRNA COVID-19 vaccine, the discoveries have influenced modern healthcare while still being very prominent in important fields such as oncology and antibody drug conjugates. One obvious strategic focus drives this accomplishment. Specifically, using a blue ocean approach, Pfizer gives top priority to innovative R&D projects, including high-value treatments. Like the Seagen acquisition, their deliberate M&A activities show a dedication to keep ahead in domains including mRNA flu, gene therapy, and personalized medicine. Most importantly, this inventiveness results in real customer value. Millions of lives were saved by the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccination alone, and their worldwide influence is shown by their efforts to increase healthcare access to low-income nations and households. Their leadership also results from being first to market with crucial breakthroughs like the mRNA vaccination and from always placing themselves as early movers in growing fields, including ADCs and next-generation cancer treatments. Supported by about 11 billion in R&D spending in 2024, a strong inventor attitude underpins all this. Breakthroughs like the JAK inhibitors and CDK4/6 inhibitors highlight how Pfizer keeps stretching scientific limits in their R&D. In the end, Pfizer's continuous leadership is not accidental. It is the outcome of strategic choices, unrelenting creativity in R&D, and a clear will to do better to the lives around them and the world. Thank you very much for listening.